Most royal Pharaoh, with robust trade routes firmly in place, we should now show Egypt what success and wealth can bring. Bubastis provides a perfect location for such a city. We can protect our valuable trade routes to the east, while paying homage to Bast, who has watched over Egypt. Bast's city should be like no other in Egypt. It should be as lovely as the lotus flower, blooming forth with entertainment, schools, libraries, and places of worship. Its citizens should be well supplied with the finer things, including imported incense. When complete, Bubastis will be the jewel in the Twin Crowns. While you are building this glorious city, pay heed to the storm rising in the east. The thundering of horses' hooves are heard throughout Canaan, and lightning-quick chariots are laying waste to all in their path. These formidable chariots, the likes of which have never been seen anywhere, are driven by the Hyksos warriors. Already, storm clouds have been spotted on the Egyptian horizon, and you should steel yourself against the impending danger.
Hey guys, GamerZach here, and welcome back to Pharaoh, and we are here on Bubastis, the city of Bast. And this seems like very much an economic mission, looking at 4 palatial estates, prosperity rating of 85, kingdom rating of 65, culture of 85, and monument of 50. Not many big monuments though, it seems. So we are continuing our play on very hard, which is the maximum difficulty level, and it seems like we're sort of preparing for... I don't know if these chariots are going to be attacking us on this mission. Probably not, because this seems like a more peaceful mission, but this is the final mission in this dynasty. So perhaps in the next dynasty, we're going to be meeting those chariots in battle. But anyway, this seems like we got to make this city a lotus flower, so let's go ahead and go to the city. And let's see what we're dealing with here. There's some birds here. I think we can hunt these guys. Or maybe not. I'm not sure. Can we hunt birds? Let's see. Can we get hunting lodges? Yes, we can hunt them. Fantastic. All right, so this seems it's a very fertile mission. There's no dry areas. There are papyrus, so we gotta be careful about malaria. Quite a bit of farmland on the land and the floodplains. Let's pause the game here. Birds there. Okay. Now let's look at our raw materials. We have grain and flax, okay. We have cattle ranch, and we have hunting lodge and fishing wharf. So we got 4 types of food right here. I'm not sure where the fish come from. I don't see any fish right now, but if we unpause the game, we might be able to spot them. But let's see what else we got. Under raw materials, we got woodcutter, clay pit, reed gatherer. Okay, so woodcutter, there's plenty of trees there. And not really much else. So industry sort of has to go here, but considering most of the ground, clay pits still need to be near the water there. Okay. Papyrus can go, a little bit of papyrus can go there, a bit of hunting can go there. So it looks like, oh, there's hunting and papyrus on this side as well. Lots of papyrus and hunting on this island, but I'm not sure. Oh, is this where, there's a road there. That's strange. Usually there's only one road leading to the edge of the map. I'm not sure what this road is for. That's the first time I've seen something like that. There's a road here as well. Does that mean people can spawn on any of these islands? Let's just test. If I put a house there, and a house there, are people going to be able to move in? I'm not sure. Let's see what happens. But what else? We do have to sort of check our trade routes. Where are we? Where's Bubastis? Where's our city? Oh, we're all the way up here. Right, we shouldn't be invaded at all from here because the last mission we played was down here. There, that's the last one we played. And we were fighting a lot there and saved a bunch of cities. So let's see. We can open a water trade route. What can we sell them? Pottery, linen, wood. Oh, we can sell a lot to Heh. We can sell wood to Icon as well. Are there any easy trade routes? How about Sawu? A land trade route. They don't buy anything though. They sell copper and granite. Might be handy. Waset also sells copper and granite. Fuenet sells luxury goods. So all of our trade is going all the way down here to Icon. So we can sell an infinite amount of wood basically. And they're both water trade routes, yeah. Because you can see here 3 coins there, 3 coins there. And then we can sell 2 of pottery and 2 of linen. So we could just sell an infinite number of wood. Anyway. let's just speed up the game a little bit. See, okay, people can't walk here, but I assume this is the main area, right? Where's our immigrants coming from? Oh, there's some fish right in the middle of this fork in the river. Come on, where's the immigrants? No? Okay, there we are. Okay, just wanted to confirm that the immigrants are coming from down here. So these guys can go away. All right, so what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have to set up, ooh, look at that, that's mean. There's farmland here, but that's where we need all the wood. I do need to set up the wood industry, but it's gonna go to a dock, which has to go all the way over here because I don't think a dock can fit anywhere here. Oh, a dock can fit there on that bit of farmland. So perhaps I could get a bit of industry going that way because this, I mean, the woodcutters will walk to the trees, so I suppose it's fine. But I think here, considering the flat coast on this side and the papyrus on this side, this is where our industry is gonna be. Farmland's gonna be there, and I could set up 1 or 2 housing blocks here just to keep things going. All right, so I think I've got a plan. We're gonna go ahead and set a few things up and see how it goes. All right, we've set up a bit of an industry area here, and you can see here I've got a storage yard for pottery, a storage yard for wood, and a storage yard for papyrus. Now, some of our papyrus reed gatherers are being killed by hippos, but also it was I just noticed we do actually have the zoo in this mission. Would you look at that? The first time we're seeing this. I think this is from Cleopatra. I'm pretty sure. I've been told it's from Cleopatra. And here's our first housing area here, a lovely heart-shaped block because it was sort of briefed that we should make this look like a bit of a lotus flower. Anyway, we got these wood cutters going out there.
This timber will be put to good use, I am sure.
Well, Tanu Tamun, we are going to be selling that wood. So I do have the dock set up here, and I'm just reached no employment problems. A lot more people are moving in, and our money is starting to drop. So I definitely want to just boost up industry where we are now. So let's go to raw materials. Let's go to woodcutters. Let's put down 2 more of those. And let's go to raw materials, reed gatherers, get another 1 of those down. And we can put down 2 more papyrus makers. Once this guy moves out of the way. And I think I'll hold back on pottery for now. And that amount of money is how much we need to open up a trade route. So I'm gonna go into debt as soon as I open this trade route. So before I do that, I wanna make sure I stockpile up as much goods as we can so that when the first trading ship comes by, we'll be able to sell a bunch of stuff and make a lot of money and get back in the black. Anyway, that's about it at this point. We're just gonna wait for these industries to really kick off, and then hopefully we can actually make our money back. All right, look at those resources coming in. We've got 500 wood, 400 papyrus, 1 bit of pottery, and a few more things are gonna come in very soon. So this is where we go into debt, and I'm gonna open up a trade route with He because they buy pottery, wood, and papyrus, and they could also buy linen later on, which we do have flax farms available. But anyway, let's open up this water trade route. We're gonna go into debt, and let's go to the overseer. We are going to export as much as possible, all the wood, all the papyrus, what else? Wood, papyrus, and pottery. Those are the 3 things we're producing right now. Looks good. And it seems like we definitely can support more papyrus makers here because our 2 reed gatherers, they're filling up these 5 papyrus makers, so we could squeeze in a few more. I've got 5 woodcutters here. We're just about in debt now, and we just have to sort of wait for a boat to come along and buy our stuff. There we go. We are in debt. Let's just make sure we don't lose too much kingdom rating. And 9% unemployment. Just a little bit of unemployment, but when we get more money, I could definitely increase the amount of production over here. I'm not sure if we've got enough woodcutters, considering we could sell double as much if we open up a trade route with Icon. So wood is definitely a primary export on this mission. But now, where do boats come from? Ah, there we go. I see it on the map.
I love the art of the deal. I can't wait to trade my supplies.
All right, so there's not much we can do until this boat comes along and buys our stuff. So let's just make sure. Do we have enough? 700, 500? Yeah, they can carry 1,200 units of stuff. Reed gatherers dying to the hippos. There we go, we're selling stuff. Look at that, we made a ton of money already. Just selling a bit of stuff here and there. And how much are you gonna buy?
What a bountiful journey.
Look at that. Money is now gonna be flooding in. And with the unemployment, 13%. We could definitely put down another couple papyrus makers. Let's leave a gap there. So one more there, one more there. And we could also up our, let's see, we could put a clay pit right there and up the amount of potters we have. A couple more potters there. So we've got pottery coming in, we've got plenty of papyrus coming in, plenty of wood coming in, and yeah, I might even expand the wood industry even further. Now, the fishing area is not that big, so that means the primary food source is going to be farming, the hunting of these things, and also maybe cattle. Actually, we probably only need 2 types of food to feed our people here. So once I start getting some, I think hunting will be a good one to start with. I could definitely set up a little hunting area along this road. Employees needed, there we go. Short by 11, all right. So we gotta start working on feeding our people. Let's just put down a couple more houses to keep things going. And the fishing will be reserved for the elite because we do have to get 4 palatial estates, and this isn't a lot of fishing. There's not a lot of flat coast. There's more over here actually, which I'm not sure how much I want to expand over to these other areas. The closer things are to the primary industrial area, the better. But we'll see how things go. But for now, it looks like we're making a ton of cash. Look at that. How much have you
If
bought?
the city has any sights I could see while they unload my ship.
Plenty of money's coming in. And also, it's important to note, there's no warship wharves. Oh no, there are warship wharves on this mission. So I'm not sure if we want to get these going. I probably should, right? We need to get some military going. So let's work on building up a basic military and also feeding our people. The first feeding of this area is going to be pretty hefty because of all the houses, but we should be able to do it with probably hunting. Hunting's probably best for now. So we've been going for a little while here and just expanded a few industries as we fed this block, which took a lot of food. Look at that. One house takes almost 400 units of food, but 4 hunting lodges seems to be plenty to feed this whole area. A second bazaar just to keep things going. And I set up a bit of a military here, set up another block here so we can start farming some flax, turning it into linen. This block here is just producing so much stuff. I would like to up some more industry, but we don't need it for now. Making plenty of money. And also over on this side, you can see I've got 4 warship wharves. I just made a connection here. And made a connection here, put a couple houses down here, get 4 warships going, just in case. And you can see I'm getting archers on the back of this, and just in case, I'm also gonna put down a second fort of archers right here, just so we do have some land troops in case anything does happen. I don't think archers can do anything to hippos. We might need towers for that, but I don't know if I want to put a tower over on this side. Meanwhile, just in case, I did set the exports for wood to export over 800 because I'm gonna sort of start expecting requests to start coming in. So I'm gonna set the things we're selling to export when it's over 800, including pottery, just in case, because if there is a request for like 3,000 of something, I don't want to start from 0. But besides that, everything else is looking good. Can I actually plaza up this block yet? Yeah, we got the money to plaza it up. There we go. Looks nice and fancy. I like to plaza up back here as well. Okay, so all of these houses are evolved. You can see I got a little entertainment thing going there. And they need more entertainment and pottery, I think. So let's just put down a conservatory. Can fit it right. I think I can fit the conservatory right here once these immigrants get out of the way. And I should be able to fit the dance school there. No, it's a little too big. I'll have to shift one of the hunting lodges around to fit it right there. Never mind. So we'll get the conservatory down. And I do have to be careful because there is a road connection now for the bazaar ladies. Actually, no, I thought I did connect the road. Okay, so it's important to note that there is no road connection connecting this housing block to this industrial area, because that would be bad, because For example, if I set this to start buying pottery, they would walk all the way over there, which I don't want them to do. I'd set a storage yard here somewhere to go and get the pottery, I think. Yeah, I'll find a nice spot for it. Meanwhile, we've actually got a huge surplus of game meat, surprisingly, which is not what I was expecting out of just 4 of these. But as the population in this block rises, as we evolve the houses, we'll see if they can, they start eating all of that. Anyway, look at that. Flax is being turned into linen, which we could also sell because heh buys everything we make, which is fantastic. But besides that, I think we're pretty much good to go. We just have to start focusing on making even more money and start focusing on increasing our population so that we can start working towards the palatial estates. There's no population requirement on this mission, which is fantastic because that means I just need to build the housing blocks that I need, which is how I like to do it. There is plenty of space here. I think I could probably have like the palatial estates here. No, it can't be too far. I'm not sure how I'll do it. Palatial estates here. Another housing block here, maybe. I could clear off some of these trees if I wanted to. We're not chopping them all down. Anyway, overall, things are looking good. It looks like our industry's on its way, our housing's on its way, the food is being stable, and no requests of anything so far, which makes me rather suspicious. Just want to be careful. I'm just worried there's suddenly going to be requests for something and I won't be able to manage. I'm just going to start stockpiling all the resources we can. What else can we make? Grain. We don't have grain. Or maybe cattle ranches. Fishing wharves. Not sure what I'm going to do with all this. How many can I fit, by the way? 6, 7 if I get rid of that? All right. So we could get quite a few fish in. Granary here. Market over there. Yeah, I think it won't be too bad for the palatial estates to be like right here. Also, our monuments are large obelisks, which I think, yeah, we need 200 blocks of granite. We gotta import a ton of granite, which I think we could actually get started. If I just put down some storage yards around here. Like if I put this one, just accepting granite, and open up a trade route to Sau. And who else? Wast, right? Also a land trade route? Let's open up both those trade routes and start importing granite. Because it's gonna take a lot of granite to get those obelisks down, and might as well start now since we have the money, and it doesn't take any population. All right, so that seems pretty good, and we're just gonna keep on going. All right, here we go. I've brought over some pottery onto this side, and you can see I've set my exports to only export when it's over a certain amount. And so we're gonna bring 800 pottery over to this side, which is good. And it seems like, I'm not sure, are these working properly? Because it always seems like we're short on a bit of clay. Oh wait, no, there we go. All 4 potters are working. It was just a bad time. Anyway, we got pottery coming in over on this side. You can see these houses are evolving. They need a supply of beer, which our only source of beer is to import it from Icon, which is a little tricky. But I guess, well, we are also in debt because we're importing granite. So it's not the best thing, but as these trade ships come in, and there we go, immediately we get a ton of money. And we just fell a bit short on employees, but as these houses evolve, we can see them very nicely. There we go. 2 bazaars, they did get a lot of pottery. Yeah, there we go. All these houses are going to evolve fantastically. The flax industry and linen industry is doing well. We could start selling it, I guess. Let's just go ahead and set that to export when it's over 800, I guess. So we'll export any surplus of things. And over here, I have gotten this area working, which means we can go ahead and get more warship wharves going down, just in case we do need more. So that's going to be, I think I have 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we're going to have 6 warship wharves all set up very nicely over there. Papyrus is still coming in very nicely. Look at all these new immigrants. I've got my granite storing up there because we need monuments, large obelisks, which need 200 blocks of granite each. Not the easiest things. How are the gods? Ooh, Bast is not happy. Let's go for shrines. Bast, you gotta cheer up a little bit there. Don't worry, let's throw down 4 shrines for you. That should keep you happy. I'm not sure if I'm converting this flax into linen fast enough. I think 5 is good for this amount. I'll see on this next harvest to see if I need another weaver here. But who's currently trading?
I love the art of the deal. I can't wait to trade my... I love the art of the deal.
All right.
I can't wait to trade
Let's also... Now, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, we do need a palace to start collecting taxes. Now, taxes probably won't earn us too much in this mission until we get the palatial estates going. It's probably mainly going to be exports, but I'll try start taxing people soon enough. Ooh, look at that granite coming in. We need 200, so 32 are in each, so we're going to need 6... 32, 32, 32. This is 96. We're going to need 6 and a bit storage yards of granite for each obelisk. All right. So good thing we're starting to import it now because we do need quite a few of these. Let's just put down another storage yard to accept granite. How many can I put here? Can I just fit one more there? Yeah, let's put one more there. So that's 5. We'll let those fill up first. And meanwhile, everything's looking a-okay. We've got our 5th warship down. So if there are any requests for troops, we should be good to go. And besides that, everything's looking very nice. I need to start importing beer, but which won't be a problem, really. I can just set this over here to getting beer. And then when we import it to here, we can easily bring it over. All right, but for now, we're just gonna keep on going, importing granite, making money, boosting our population, and all of that stuff. And eventually, it should be good to go. And it seems like 3 hunters is actually enough to support this area. Maybe even 2. We're actually producing a lot of food. I didn't realize so few hunters could produce so much food. All right. Anyway, let's just keep on going. There we go, we've got beer coming in now. We're importing into this storage yard here, and this one over here is going to get it. Meanwhile, I've got another storage yard here, getting papyrus and linen. And these houses have all become these lovely modest apartments. I do love how these ones look, but they do need a courthouse to evolve further. I just shifted over the water supply here. And now, with the courthouse, these will be able to evolve further. And also, just for beauty's sake, let's... plaza up this back road. I suppose I could get this all the way up that side? No. All right, that's fine. We'll plaza that up because it's always handy. This one should also plaza up a little bit. And that looks good. Okay, so with the courthouse, here we go. These houses are going to evolve further into, I think, spacious apartments. Oh, wait, no. They need dancers, right? Dancers. How am I going to fit a dance school in this area? I think I have to move those hunters' lodges. If I clear these 2 out, can I actually fit a dance school here? Not quite. I'm gonna have to be a little more clever about this. I can fit it there if I remove these gardens, which I should be able to compensate with if I put down a medium statue here. And ooh, what's this? In pursuit of long-standing feud, Gaza, an Egyptian city, is under attack and needs your help. You should dispatch troops within 11 months. Let's deal with that. I hope it's waterborne troops. Can we send boats? Yes. Okay, let's first look. A small force will attack in 10 months. No problem. So we'll send 3. I think we can get away with 2 for a small force, but just in case, I'll send 3. And let's dispatch that now. Yeah. Go ahead. Fantastic. Now, let's get this statue down. Which way do I want this facing? I think like that. Facing the houses. Very nice. In case you don't know, press R to rotate and change those statues. And let's put down a dance school. And hopefully we will... Oh no, it won't quite fit there. Damn it. This is a little awkward. Huh. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure out how to get a dance school down here. But until then, we should be good to go for everything else. But I really do want to evolve these houses. Let me just figure out where the dance school can go. There we go, we've got our dancers coming in. You can see how I rearranged this area quite nicely. It's not the best use of space with having this dance school surrounded. But anyway, we've also put down a scribal school, so that means we're evolving these houses up to common residences and need a second type of food, which actually isn't difficult on this mission. But there we go, with 1,000 residents, our city's growing with importance. All of these gonna bring in more people. We are a bit in debt here. But that's sort of an illusion. It's because we're importing so much stuff. You can see we're importing all this beer, we're importing all this granite. Don't worry, we'll go back in the black anytime soon here because we're gonna sell all that linen, we're gonna sell that wood, we're gonna sell that papyrus. It is middle of the year and there's still plenty of time to sell things. We actually sell a ton of wood, look at that. We're selling no wood to Heh, so we could actually sell a lot more. But you can see I'm squeezing in more woodcutters here because we could just, I don't know, probably produce an infinite amount of wood and we still wouldn't be able to sell it all because Icon buys 4,000, Hep buys 4,000, and producing 8,000 units of wood is a little tricky. But even then, if we got Ra on this mission as well, right? No, we don't have Ra. Okay, so we can't boost our trade export. So I'm not sure how many woodcutters we need to produce 8,000 wood a year, but it seems like we need a lot more. The wood is a little bit far. We're not exhausting the supply yet, but maybe I should set up a woodcutter industry here and have this storage yard go pick up the wood and bring it back here. That makes sense, right? Let me slow this down. If I squeeze in like a couple houses, how can I fit a storage yard? Can I fit a storage yard like anywhere here? If I fit a storage yard right here, have this road extend like that, put down a couple houses somewhere in the middle, and then we'll put the usual, the firehouse, the architect's post, the police station, then we're gonna need the apothecary right there and the physician, and then we put down some woodcutters, like, 1, 2, and we end the road somewhere around there. This is gonna be accepting a bit of wood, and this storage yard can have that guy going to get wood, and that should allow us to bring more wood over to this side so that we can sell it even faster, right? This makes sense? I think this makes sense. Anyway, how much granite have we actually brought in here? 71? Long way to go. It's 200, right? Yes, 200. All right. But this sort of makes sense to me, so I'm gonna go for it. These houses have all evolved. We need to boost desirability here and there, but for the most part, they are common residences. And I don't actually see any one-by-one houses. These houses evolved very cleanly this time, very nice. So we're gonna keep going. Second type of food, not too hard. We could go for grain, probably. That would be the most efficient source of a second type of food. We are a little low on meat, actually. We'll see if that can hold up. But yeah, we could go for grain. Cattle ranch is probably too much. Yeah, we'll probably try and get a second type of food. Maybe. We'll see. All right, would you look at that? Because our troops were successful at Gaza, we've got a new trade route open. Now, where is Gaza? Gaza is... Where's Gaza? Oh, Gaza's there. Okay. They sell luxury goods, so I assume we will need multiple types of luxury goods. We can import 2 different ones here if we just open up the trade routes. We don't need it for now, but also I'm setting up an area for my palatial estates rather, and look at this. If I could pull this off and have a large obelisk right in the middle of this area would look fantastic. Ooh, but no, I can't. It cuts into the size of the houses. It's such a shame. No obelisk can go there, unfortunately. Right? You can see one tile is sort of cutting into the houses. We can't do that. Never mind. It's going to look fantastic anyway. Meanwhile, over here we are continuing to produce some wood, continuing to produce import granite here. It seems like I might need a couple more houses here to keep things a little stable. Maybe this granary shouldn't go here. I'll shift the granary over to this side, because currently they're accessing housing from there. And, what is this? To satisfy citizens' needs, the city of Wast requires that you send 1,200 buckets of fish in 12 months. Helping Wast could bring us benefits later. 12 months. Okay, Well, I did start a little bit of a fish industry. We got 700. I think we'll make it with 2 fishing wharves. Okay, I think we'll go for that. Meanwhile, this granary is going to be accepting grain and meat, I guess? No. It should be easy to access one. So we'll put grain and game meat for this one. Because the actual meat, we'll probably have to send the straw over down this way to produce, well, set up a meat industry or something like that. All right, so this is looking like a nice area. We are also, I put down, you can see I put down a city palace there, which means we are actually taxing people on this side. It seems like some people, did any of these houses devolve? No, everything is still common residences, okay. We are short by 74 employees, which probably means we need to cut back on our industry somewhere. Maybe we're just producing too much of everything right now. I think we have too many weavers. Let's cut back on a weaver, cut back on a farm there. I think that's fine. Too many woodcutters, maybe? Yeah, let's cut back on woodcutters. We're actually making enough money, so let's cut back on 2 of those. And also, I think I can cut back on one of these work camps. Let's get rid of that one. Because all of these farms are doing fine. We have a work camp there, which means I can sever this road connection. Okay, that looks good. So we have all this grain coming in, which is going to be fantastic. We don't have the population to set up more industries, so that means I do have to set up another housing block, which I could set up over on this side. Now, setting up a housing block in this mission is actually super easy. I'm just going to do a standard housing block here. Let's put it like that, and we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right. This is going to be a housing block right here, which we can then just put down a couple of rows of houses. And we're going to be able to hunt from there, feed this area, bring in a bunch more population, and that will allow us to set up a cattle industry so we can get another type of food here. So we'll have hunters, grain, and cattle meat for 3 types of food for this area, and all of that is looking fantastic. Okay, good. We could also put up a bit of pottery industry on this side, maybe? Can we put clay pits right here? We can put clay pits right here. All right, that's something we definitely can set up. All right, so things are looking pretty good. I'm keeping everything on the mainland here, not too much over on this side. I'm not sure, do our boats need repair? Our boats do need to be repaired. So let's repair any of these damaged boats, or just one. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so all of this is looking pretty good. We've got our palatial area. We've got another block of houses over there, which we can definitely feed and stuff. The prosperity rating probably doesn't matter too much because with 4 palatial estates, and I always put more than 4, I could fit 6, 7, maybe even 8, no problem. Maybe even 10 if I'm really efficient with things. But that prosperity rating will just shoot up once we get the palatial estates in. Meanwhile, how much granite do we have? We've only got 100, really? I suppose there is a lot more space there. Are we actually importing as much as we can? Icon. No, it's Sau. 15 of 15, 15. Oh, we can only import 30 a year. Oh, good thing we started now. Anyway, all that's looking good. We'll just keep on going. We'll make more money, boost our population, expand industries, and we'll be good to go. Would you look at that? Because I've sent 1,200 buckets of fish to Wast. They are, as they requested, Wast is now willing to trade even more blocks of granite. Fantastic. That's going to speed things along very nicely, and we do have plenty of money right now. Now, how much are you willing to trade? It used to be 15, now it's 25. Great. And it's a land trade route, so we're going to be bringing that in very, very soon, which means I'm going to have to put down a storage yard somewhere to make up for that. Let's just, where can I stick this for now? There's no real, I suppose here will do, right? Let's just stick it right there. You are gonna be accepting granite. Exports seem to be doing okay. We're completely overproduced on linen. I'm not sure if we're even selling all that much linen. 700 this year so far, and it's at the end of the year. Yeah, Heh buys way too much stuff. Look at that. There's no way they could buy all of this. They buy pottery, they buy linen, they buy papyrus, they buy wood. I should probably just not export pottery, but any surplus is surplus. Anyway, this housing area over here, how did we get 7,000? This housing area over here is going to be self-sufficient as much as possible. We've put down a little bit of a pottery industry. We're plazaing it up to make it all nice and pretty. They have their own jugglers. I was about to put down a conservatory. So let's put down a conservatory right here. And before I forget, this area does need a firehouse and an architect's post before anything burns down. So we're gonna get some entertainment over onto this side, and these houses will be evolving very, very soon. We're gonna bring in... Oh. Did we block off the path to the birds? I think I gotta leave an area open there. Hunting lodge. Let's shift it over to this side. I'm not sure if they... Did the hunters...
Look at those beautiful birds, ready for roasting.
Oh, I did block off the birds completely. They walked over to this side, I think. That's a little unfortunate. Well, I'll leave that open. Make sure they can actually get to those birds there. How's food on this side? This side is maintaining food, so 3 hunters can actually feed all of this area, which probably means we only need 2 hunters on this side, because it's I don't know, once we squeeze in all these houses, we might need more stuff. But yeah, this housing area is just to bring in more population so we can set up a cattle industry. Looks like grain has come in, so might as well put down a bazaar here somewhere, I think. Let's just put it there for now. Yeah, bazaar there. You're just going to get grain. So we can start feeding these houses, which is not the worst thing in the world. Might as well use up that grain before the next harvest. All of this is doing okay. Yep, looks good. How is our employment right now? Short by 26, fantastic. Why are you guys still going out that way? Why can't you hunt these guys? If I clear this up, are they blocked by the trees? Why won't they hunt these birds? I'm really not too sure. That's, if they don't hunt these birds, that can actually cause a bit of a problem. Let me just try and see if they will ever start hunting these birds. Maybe it's a little glitched out and they won't go hunt those guys.
Birds are wily. They'll fly away if you don't approach them just right.
Well, alright, we'll see if they start hunting these birds. Meanwhile, money seems to no longer be an issue. How much money are we bringing in taxes? 2,200? That's actually worth it. Yeah, good thing I started taxing these people. Meanwhile, all of this looks nice. I think, this granary is not... Okay, we do kind of need to set down like a couple houses right in the middle here with their own apothecary and physician. I think we have to do this. Okay, so once these 2 houses move in, employment will be more stable on this row of industry. And yeah, they're not hunting those guys. All right, that's very weird. Anyway, we'll just keep going then. Oh, we face a bit of a problem here. People started moving out from our city, and it's because they hated the slums. And also, apparently our taxes were too high at 6%, so we're short on people now. So I dropped taxes to 0%. It still makes some money. It's not like we need the money or anything. And I've also put down a bazaar over on this side, so we can now start feeding these people so they don't count as slums anymore. Look at that, we're up to spacious homesteads now. And they just need a supply of beer, which I'm probably not going to bring in to this side yet. I mean, I could if I import more beer. It's definitely a possibility, which actually, let's go ahead and start. Might as well. Import to 1,600. And we can actually set this to go and get a quarter of beer. So we could actually bring beer over to this side, allowing us to evolve the houses even further. But for now, I just want them to not count as slums and actually have people start to move in again. Are people moving in yet? No. The palace has just been robbed. Where is crime coming from? Oh, wait, I thought I put a police station right here. That's not good. Oh, right, no, I didn't put a police station here. All right, let's get rid of those houses. We don't need them anymore. Now, let's see if this police station can stop this crime. I didn't put a police station over on this side either. I thought I did. All right, there we go. People are indifferent to me. Fantastic. If people are indifferent to me, are they going to move in yet? People are immigrating to your city. Fantastic. Because all of these houses now can hold a bunch more people, and we can actually get our cattle industry going and all of that stuff. Very good. And it seems like hunters are now actually hunting from these birds. There we go.
Look at those beautiful birds, ready for roasting.
There's the beautiful birds. All right, here we go. We've fed this whole area, and they just need, a supply of pottery. But the first feeding has been completed here. There's plenty of room for more houses if we so desire. Let's go ahead and plaza up the rest of this block. You could always plaza up there as well. This house is just sort of providing employment to that side. And that looks pretty good. And flames! Jeez, where did I... Oh, people never moved in onto this side. I wanted to get this side working because I wanted this ferry crossing so that the hunters and reed gatherers that ran out of birds and reeds here would cross here instead of walking over to this side. But it seems like because of the immigration problem, no one ever moved in on this side. Let's wait for those houses to move in before things start burning down. We're gonna need to replace that architect's post, and I think it was an apothecary? Yeah, apothecary. All right, that's gonna burn down soon as well, I think. Yeah, unless we get the immigrants over this side anytime soon. They have to walk, there they are. Let's see if they actually get there in time to stop the fire. Come on. Deployed, there we go. So risks, fire, sorted. Now someone please put out that fire before those houses burn down. Come on. There we go. Problem solved. So now that this ferry landing is working, if papyrus and birds run out here, the hunters and reed gatherers should cross over this side, if I'm not mistaken. Hopefully. All right, but besides that, all of this is looking very, very good. Lots of people moving in. We'll wait for that to sort itself out. Beer is also on this side. Once things stabilize here a little bit, which it kind of already has, let's go ahead and drop down beer. We can give them a courthouse as well. Where's the courthouse? We'll just drop a courthouse right... No, on this corner maybe? There we go. So these houses will evolve quite a lot, bringing in a bunch of people, because even right now you can see room for 33, double the population. And then we can extend a road out this way, so all the straw can go into some cattle ranches and stuff. It'll be fantastic. We can just go ahead and roadblock that. We'll have the road come out like this a bit. We'll need 1, 2, 3, I think. So we can have this road go like that. And yeah, we can have a bunch of cattle ranches over on this side. And that looks pretty good. All right, we'll keep on going then. Would you look at that? The city of Icon requests that you send 2,400 planks of wood in 12 months. That's quite a lot of wood. And how much do we have in stock right now? Not too much. I think I'm just gonna have to set this to be above 2,400 so we don't export any more than we need to. I might want to just leave it at that point for now, but that means we're going to lose out on a number of exports for now, especially wood. We should be able to get 2,400 wood pretty quickly. How is our population? We're a little short. More people are moving in. These houses here have plenty of room for extra occupants, so I might as well just sort of preemptively add back these woodcutters I used to have here. Can I fit it right there? A couple extra woodcutters, get more wood coming in. That's always good. Do we have 200 blocks of granite? 191, almost. We've almost got enough granite to put down our first obelisk, which I probably could just place like right here or something like that. But besides that, we do have our cattle ranches, and you can see there's straw coming in here. And it seems like we might need one more farm to supply enough straw. But on this granary, I set it to filling half of grain, quarter of meat, quarter of game meat as well. because that should supply 3 types of food. We do have a couple hunters' lodges here, and once the extra types of food come in, we'll be able to allow this bazaar to start buying extra things. But meanwhile, we do need a couple storage yards on this road here. And I'm not sure if I want to place them here. I think it should be okay. We should be able to offset the desirability. Can I fit one right here? I can fit one right here. So, I see. I could actually rearrange this a little bit, put this backup house right here instead, connect that road up there, and we can have 2 storage yards right here. This one is going to be getting a quarter of beer, and what else do we need? Let's get beer and papyrus. Get a quarter of beer and papyrus from there, and here we could actually produce our own pottery, but what else do we need here? Do we need anything else? Luxury goods? I think our luxury goods are gonna be water trade route, so we'll need to get that. And I think that's all we need, right? Linen? Oh, we will need some linen here as well. So let's go ahead and get a quarter of linen as well. And make sure our exports match that. So we're gonna go only export over 1,600 for the linen, and importing to maintain 1,600. We'll make that 2,400 because more beer is gonna be distributed to 3 separate areas. So there's gonna be 800 here, 800 here, and 800 down here. And if it's short at all, we get to import it there. Okay, that looks pretty good. We're gonna have our resources coming in pretty soon. And these houses have actually evolved because we gave them entertainment. We got the 3 types of entertainment here. I'm not sure if they're gonna need more. They'll probably need a Senate house and a zoo and stuff like that. So we'll see if we can get all the resources we need onto this side just by doing this. But if not, we'll just build more stuff. And if we need more population, we can, of course, place down more houses over on this side. So we might as well do that now. And are we actually taxing these people? I think I might have forgotten to tax this area. Yeah, let's go ahead and start taxing these people. There we go, tax collector. And we can up our taxes a few percent. We are not taxing people very much at all, are we? I dropped it down to 0 because it was stopping unemployment. I think I should be able to increase wages a little bit so we can increase taxes more. We'll see if we can get some money through that again, since we're going to be losing out on exports from wood. All right, so that looks good, and yeah, we should keep on going, and hopefully we can start those obelisks soon as well. All right, there we go, 2,400 wood, and it seems like our money's actually still doing okay. But let's go ahead and dispatch that wood. There we go, and I will reduce, not down to where it was, but I'll keep it at like 1,200, export when over that amount. So if there is another request for wood, it won't be too far off. Meanwhile, I'm just expanding, let's see, we need to put down a clay pit on this side, and we need a couple potters as well. So we can have a potter. This is not the most efficient setup, is it? But we could have 2 potters like, no, that's kind of weird. Let's, can I make this road extend out a little bit that way? So, okay, I'm gonna put down a firehouse on each end of this because this is a long road now. We're gonna put an architect's post on each end of this road, like that. And we're gonna have the police station over on this side because that should cover the houses we have along this road. And we can now get rid of that. We're gonna move the apothecary to this side as well, like this. And then we can put down our clay pit, which can go there. And then we can have the 2 potters. Let's see, we can have a potter there and a potter there. 2 potters. So we can start producing our own pottery for this side. Looks like beer and papyrus has already come in. Linen has also come in. And on, do we have, oh, we've actually got 3 types of food here. Look at that. So we can just start distributing 3 types of food because the granary is sort of filled up. This grain is just, for some reason, it's overfilled. Now on this side, these houses have evolved as well, and that's going to bring in even more population to deal with our population issue. And do we have? We have. All right, let's slow the game down. We have 200 blocks of granite. Now, where do I want my first obelisk? I could put it right here by the farmland, or I could put it back here. I could put it over there. Do I want it? I think I could put it sort of nicely, like somewhere over here. I don't know, it looks kind of good there. I don't really want it over here or anything. Maybe sort of flanking on both sides of these palatial estates, right? That seems like a good-ish sort of plan. So let's place our first one here. And it looks good, like maybe if I put it there. Let's clear off some of these trees. Let's get rid of that, let's get rid of that. And then we will put down the monument, the large obelisk. Yeah, I think it'll look good here. Just sort of between, have it overlap a little bit. Yeah, that looks good. Oh, I would have loved to put it right in the middle, but we can't. Maybe we could sort of overlap it like... I'm trying to figure out where I'm gonna arrange it. I think I will just align it with here. Yeah, we're just gonna place it right there once these guys get out of the way. All right, there we go. And all that granite's gone. Now this is there. Now we need stonemasons. So all right, let's go ahead and put down construction guilds, carpenters guilds, right. We're gonna need a couple carpenters guilds. I think I can place one there. I can place one there. We'll get those going. Having two will speed things along. And stonemasons guilds, I can just... this area is sort of blocked off, isn't it? I guess for now I'll just put down a couple there. All right, so we got Carpenters Guild, Stonemasons Guilds. There's our first obelisk looking nice and proud there. The palatial estates will be overlooking that, so they're gonna enjoy the view. And now Papyrus has actually come over to this side, so we could actually put down a scribal school. Where's the best spot for it? I think here, close to the storage yard, but not connected to that road. Okay. And money seems to be looking okay. We'll be selling wood again very soon, once we fill up a little bit more here. Sorry, guys.
I don't know why we came. This city never trades, and a short leave is boring.
Yes, sorry about being a little short on wood for a little while. Meanwhile, are we still exporting pottery? Yeah, we're gonna need to up this by another 8, right? 8, 16, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Make sure we always have enough pottery. Pottery is gonna start coming in on this side as well. And are these houses being fed 3 types of food? Ah, look at that. They have 3 types of food. Very nice. So when it's ready to evolve, that's gonna be great. And meanwhile, we can put down a scribal school, might as well. We'll have the scribal school right there, very close to the storage yard. Okay, so everything's looking a-okay, nice and fancy. This guy's bringing back another bit of papyrus, which means he'll start delivering papyrus over to this school and evolving these up to common residences. Fantastic. So all of that's going to be common residences, plenty of room for extra people to move in. Money's coming in, the obelisk is down, the stonemasons are a little short-staffed, but that should be solved pretty soon. And they need carpenters. Are the carpenters guilds working? They are. Look at that, 2 carpenters guilds ready to go. And that's gonna get underway. All right, everything's looking on the up and up, and I think we're gonna be pretty good. Would you look at that? These houses are now evolving. They need local access to a dentist, which is no problem. There we go, let's give you a dentist. We've got 2 gods here. We probably need more. We got a courthouse down. Let's see, the dentist is gonna walk this way. And come on, send out a dentist. I want these houses to evolve as much as possible. Now, entertainment. Dancers. Dancers are not glitching out so far. I don't know, these look a little low.
I'm new here.
No, not you.
What the city will offer to a person like me.
I hope the dancers aren't gonna glitch out. That would be bad. Anyway, spacious residences. They need a supply of linen. We do have linen here. I put down the second bazaar here because this granary overfilled with grain, and we don't need that anymore. This one bazaar should be able to supply everything because everything is so close by. I know the 3 types of food is over there, but with only 4 houses to maintain, we should be good. So this bazaar lady should be going to get linen right now. These common residences are becoming spacious residences. There we go, bringing back linen. Where's the market lady? Over there. All right, sending out 2 walkers here because this bazaar has evolved. There we go, elegant residences, evolving even now. There's fancy residences, and now they need jewelry or incense. Ah, okay, there we go. That means we do need to start importing some luxury goods. Now, we could get it from Fuenet, which sells luxury goods. I know someone sells gems as well, right? Is it just Gaza? No, does someone sell gems? I'm pretty sure someone sold gems. Ah, yes. Sells gems and luxury goods. So we do already have a trade route for luxury goods. So let's just start importing. 800? It's pretty expensive, but let's import to maintain 400. We don't need a lot. Now, where can we put this? I suppose we don't need to... No, we do need... Let's put it here. Let's drop that to half. And we can accept a quarter here. All right. So we are going to start importing luxury goods. And over here, we're going to need to bring it over. So I think we've already got some, one place to go and grab luxury goods. All right, so now we just have to wait for luxury goods to come in, and then we should be able to... Oh, look at that, they're already coming in. So if we speed it along, there's some there. That means this guy should send out a guy to go and get it. There he goes. If you didn't know, they don't need road connections. There we go, bringing the luxury goods back. 3 types of food maintaining. There's luxury goods, and now the bazaar lady will go and buy luxury goods, and come on, grab that. Now, where are the market walkers? Okay. I want to watch these evolve. I'm not sure. Have I done palatial estates before? There we go. Going up to common manors, and they need local access to a mortuary. No problem. We can drop a mortuary right there. And you should start delivering linen to... Oh no, you're gonna go get more luxury goods first, right? Yeah, okay. So this storage yard, flames. How did that burn down? Why is the dentist burning down? What? How is this possible? Why did the dentist burn down? Well, I guess we need a backup... What? Why can't we place a backup firehouse there? I'm gonna get rid of that water supply to make sure our palace doesn't burn down. And by the way, do we have enough to send a large gift yet? No. We do need... I built this dynasty mansion here to make sure we can... Oh, the fire guy can't actually make it all the way around. That's a bit strange. I thought he could. Oh well, let's put out this fire. We're gonna have to replace the dentist and the water supply. Let's see, water supply was there. Dentist was here. Okay, the obelisk is looking nice. And yeah, once we get these houses... Malaria? Why are things suddenly happening? Heh wants 8 weapons? Ah, that's a pain. How did this place come down with malaria? Don't we have... Why is this suddenly messing up? That's really strange. Oh well, I don't think we need those houses. All right, so we do need to start importing copper, unfortunately, to turn into weapons. How many weapons? 8? 8 weapons? Well, I guess we'll just sort that out as we can. Suddenly things are falling apart a little bit. Why are these houses devolving? Is it entertainment? Is it the dancer glitch? It's the dancer glitch, look at that! The dancer glitch has struck again. All right, so we'll just keep on going and see if we can get those weapons down, fix that dancer glitch, and just get all of this working as intended. All right, these houses over here have re-evolved, and as you can see, whenever you see something like this, the two single houses like that, we can delete the one in the middle and allow these houses to expand. There we go, nicely filling them out. Meanwhile, these are now spacious manors, and they need more entertainment, and it expensively requires a Senate house, which we're gonna put right here in this corner. Now, no one likes living next to a house which is all about beer and drinking, so that might affect desirability. And this takes 25 people, really. Employees needed. Let's get rid of an extra woodcutter there. But being next to the Dynasty Mansion, this basically means I live next to the house which is all about drinking and beer. Anyway, we should be delivering some beer. There we go. This guy is now gonna deliver this beer to the Senate House. Which means, there we go, this guy's now coming out. Oh, there we go, Senate player. And now needs access to a library. All right, so we can, libraries are pretty big. How do I make this work? I don't want it too far from this papyrus place, because this walker already has to do a lot of things. So let's move this backup firehouse I put here. We'll move the dentist as well. Dentist, you shift over to that side, and then we can put the library down here. Very nice. So then we just need to wait for delivery man out getting goods. Yeah, we're sort of, how do I make this? Let's see, currently linen. I think I can bring the papyrus over to this side and stop getting papyrus on this one. So this guy's getting beer and delivering beer to the Senate House. This one is getting linen and papyrus and luxury goods, which we don't need too much because luxury goods, each of these only takes like 7 or 8. And then he delivers linen and papyrus to the schools and libraries. Okay, a little bit of redistribution here. Oh, he actually just went and grabbed the papyrus from this side. Okay, that actually makes things a little bit quicker. Where's he gone? Oh well. So we just need to wait for this library to come down, and then these spacious manors will be able to evolve again. Ah, looking good. Even though we're losing money, our prosperity rating is rising because these estates and manors and all of that, always very, very good. Meanwhile, granite is coming back in again. We're at 95, so not too much. We do need a second large obelisk, and that just reminded me I did not build a festival square. You guys hate it when I don't build a festival square. I suppose I could make this work here. Flames again? Why do things suddenly start catching fire? What is on fire? That. The apothecary burnt down. All right, well, let's replace the apothecary there. Now, I was about to put down a festival square, so let's go ahead and just drop that down before you guys keep reminding me through this whole thing that I need a festival square. Temple complex, I never even built that. I've been using my money for other things, okay? All right, there we go. We got a festival square. Do I want to hold a festival? Not really. I don't really like relying on god powers, but I don't know, it's okay, I guess. I like stability. God powers aren't really about stability. All right, so things are looking fantastic, and yeah, we just need the library. Are you gonna start delivering that papyrus anytime soon? Yes? He just delivered some linen. He's out getting goods. I might need to just have them both take papyrus, I think. Bring in like a bunch of papyrus over to this side. Because the delivery of papyrus is not going well right now. Are you finally delivering papyrus? Oh no, this guy over here took papyrus from here. All right, we'll just have to wait until this settles down. All right, we'll keep going. There we go, we've got elegant manors and they're upgrading again. They needed 2 types or a 3rd type of god, and also we got the library working. I put a separate storage yard just for papyrus because it's got the scribal school and library to supply, and there is a stately manor and needs more desirability to evolve further. Let's see if that Senate house is affecting desirability. Let's see if this one can evolve. We're just waiting for that third god to pass around. There we go. Elegant manners, stately manners, and a second type of luxury goods like jewelry. Okay, so 8 weapons, 6 months to comply. Have weapons actually started coming in? Oh, we actually managed to do it. We just imported 800 copper, put down... Wait. I imported 800 copper, but we've run out of copper. That's a little weird. Let's bring in another 400 copper. Where's all our wood gone? Do we sell all of our wood, or was it used up or something? I'm not sure where all our wood went. Oh, it's all over here. Oh, I see. Right, we stopped getting wood from here. Okay, no problem. I stopped getting wood with this one because I needed him to focus on delivering the copper. And we got 6 months left to get 2 more units of weapons in. We should be able to do that. And also we need a second type of luxury good. So I think if I open up this trade route... Oh, this is a land trade route. If I open up this trade route, do I have enough money for this? We do. Does this automatically... If that's a land trade route, we can actually... I didn't realize that's a land trade route. We can't trade with Biblos, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's see. If I open this up, does that immediately count as a second type of luxury good? Because now that that's a land trade route, we actually don't need to accept any luxury goods on this side. Where am I putting luxury goods? Here, is it? So I'll stop accepting here. So no one on the boat side will sell luxury goods, and the land trade will just go straight here. And there we go. Immediately it counts as 2 luxury goods. Local conditions are improving. That's a modest estate. Is it gonna make it? It's a modest estate now. Palatial estate, we did it! The dwellers of this palace are at the pinnacle of Egyptian society. They want for nothing. Just keeping their needs satisfied is a remarkable achievement. Look at that. X room for 126. We've got 2 palatial estates, and now it's just desirability issues. Let's see if we can get some large statues down here. This is a little tricky. Can I move these things around? Let's move the architect's post over there and the police station over there so that I can get rid of these 2, and I can put down a large statue here, which I like going for these low ones. Let's put that there, and don't suppose I could move that firehouse anywhere else. There's a gap there, but no. Let's just go for a medium statue here then. I guess it's always nice to have a bird of some sort. Now, besides that, I guess we can just try garden up around the edges. Oh, we should be careful. We're actually not making that much money. We can garden up there. I think we just have to sort of tweak the desirability around here. I'm not sure if I can. That police station is causing problems, really? How about if I put down a couple shrines back here? Shrine to Bast. Maybe, is that gonna do it? Oh no. Okay, so we just have to tweak desirability. We've got them. Oh, there we go. 4 palatial estates. We did it. We've got 4 palatial estates. They look amazing. Look at this block. It's, I love it. I could do some decoration as well, but that means if we got 4 palatial estates required, there we go. Prosperity rating, that should kick our prosperity rating up. Can we send a large gift? Let's dispatch that, bring our kingdom rating up. So now all we have to do is focus on getting our culture up and finishing the obelisks, which are actually going along quite nicely. And the second obelisk, we're getting up to 200 blocks here. All right, so we've got probably the hardest part of this mission down, and now we just have to make sure nothing falls apart while we try to win this mission. But there we go, 4 palatial estates, looks fantastic. Population's doing well. We actually have 3% unemployment while maintaining all of this. All of this looks pretty stable. And yeah, let's throw a festival for Bast. There we go. Bast can make other people happy, right? All right, so we just have to, hopefully we can get 200 more units of copper in here. I thought I had 800 units of copper, turns out I didn't. Oh well. Very happy about this. I think this is the first time I've reached palatial estates. I don't recognize this housing design at all. It looks great. I'd live there. I think anyone would be happy living in a house like that. All right. Well, we'll just keep on going and see if we can make sure nothing falls apart. All right, things are going along quite nicely. There's a request for 1,200 fish, which we can send out immediately. And we did actually miss this 8 weapons thing because of my carelessness. I did start re-importing copper, but I forgot to set the storage out to re-accepting copper. So we never actually got any copper in. But that's fine. Anyway, we're just speeding things along here. And why did this... Venues are too crowded. Oh, would you look at this problem? This house will devolve soon. There's excellent entertainment to be found in the location, but venues are too crowded or lack of enough variety. So there's enough variety, but the venues are too crowded. So let's see. As long as the Senate House, the Senate Mass will circulate, never mind. So what is actually, is it, we need to increase the city coverage of things for like juggler stages and stuff? So it's actually devolving because of city coverage, I think. But we do have some unemployment, so we can make this work. So let's do this. I'm gonna have... Actually, no, that's a... I'm gonna make the road back this side. So we can do this, have this road look around like that. And we'll replace those gardens. And we can have the firehouse and the architect's post. Let's try boost the number of jugglers we have. So let's put down a jugglers school. And we can just go ahead and get a bunch of jugglers going back here. So we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. That'll do 6 more jugglers. We probably need another jugglers school back here. There we go. So we'll see if we can do this. Like, just these houses, are all these devolving? Yeah, there's excellent entertainment to be found in the location, but the venues are too crowded or lack enough variety. Okay, so that means we do need to deal with this, I think. Maybe dancer stages, maybe musicians, I'm not too sure. But we could at least try and fix the juggler problem here. I think we could do this. Put down a couple more booths. See if we can get enough jugglers just from this. Hopefully nothing burns down. It should be okay. But I think that's the problem. Yeah. If I just check here, entertainment. Yeah, because Senate's fine. Entertainment. Don't suppose there's a dancer glitch. Oh no, it is a dancer glitch. Oh, would you look at that? It's not a coverage problem. It's just the dancer glitch. There we go. Dancers are glitching out. They're not spawning properly. I'm gonna have to figure out how to fix that then. Let me just see. Entertainment, dancer. And oh, look at that. The first obelisk is complete. Very nice. Where are the dancers spawning? Let me just see here. Come on, where are you? Did they just not... Oh, there we go. The dancers are spawning right there. Dancer glitch. Aren't you lovely? Always messing with my plans. But at least we got this this completed. Do we have enough for the next one? We're getting there. All right, so I got to figure out the dancer glitch before we can fix this. It means I gotta put the dancing school over on this side. I could probably make this work if I'm clever about it. Yeah, let's see. If I just move this, that's a temple to Bast. We can move the temple to Bast there. We can have a little road extend like this. So I could make a little gap right here. And I could have a road come out like that. I could roadblock this. I could have a dancer school right here. And a firehouse and an architect's post. And that means one dancer will spawn here and walk around past those two houses. So that's good. And I'm gonna do the same thing over on this side, where I'm gonna leave a little road coming out here, have a second dance school, so the dancer will walk down this way, so that we don't need this dance school at all. And we don't even need the dancers to spawn properly because the destination walker will cover it from this side. For now, this will at least fix this problem. I just need to tweak this side a little bit, and then we should be able to have another little road coming out this side. All right, that's how I'm gonna fix that problem. All right, there we go. We finally got the 8 weapons in. Let's dispatch those. Thank you very much. And you can see here, in a really inefficient way because of the dancer glitch, we actually managed to solve it. We removed the dancer and the conservatory from down here, make room for more cattle farms because we're actually low on cattle meat because some of these houses, you can see they're about to run out of cattle meat. Not very good. We need to solve that problem ASAP. So I put down 2 more over there. I set this to accepting a little bit of straw, so that does get stored. And also there was some employment problems over here. Suddenly things didn't have employment, so I had to squeeze in a couple extra houses back there just to make sure things are still running. Anyway, with the 2 dance schools here, you can see one dancer will walk down this way. Let me just slow it down. Let's see if we can see it on the dancer thing. So this guy will send a dancer around this way, and this guy will send a dancer around this way. So it doesn't matter where this dancer spawns, these 2 dance schools will cover all 4 houses. Look at that, a dancer just spawned there, look at that.
The city is fantastic.
I know, the city is fantastic. A dancer can spawn right there for no reason. So we don't need to care where the dancer spawns anymore. This destination walker technique will deal with it. And you can see I cleverly touched these houses on this back row here. All right, so that's done. Do we have the granite in? Not yet. We're gonna produce a few more weapons here just to have a stockpile of weapons. Are you just accepting weapons here? Fill to a quarter. Yeah, we're gonna stockpile a bit of weapons here. This place is now back to getting wood, so it's bringing in all the extra wood that was stockpiled up on this side. So that should start selling soon enough, bringing our money back up, and things still hunting and gathering reeds up here pretty nicely. And all of that's looking pretty good. And despite our money problems, prosperity is at 98, and our kingdom rating is going up. We should be able to send another gift here. Dispatch a lavish gift, that's at 51. So monuments, no problem. So now we just have to worry about culture. And access to a dentist is actually something we can very easily solve. So here's a dentist there. And I don't think you guys have a dentist either. So have yourself a dentist. Let me check. Health, dentist, yeah. So that's gonna give everyone out here a dentist, fantastic. And we'll start bringing up our culture rating, which is the last challenge of this mission while we try and make sure nothing falls apart. And then we just have to wait for... is grain not actually coming in here? What's up with these farms? Why are they so weird? I'm not sure what's going up with them, but let's try put a storage yard down here to accept grain and straw, just in case. Grain and straw for half each, and see if things actually start moving here, because I'm not sure if the straw is actually coming through to these cattle ranches. There's something weird here. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with the farms. There we go, that's moving. Did the straw actually move? Why are there no straw units? Oh, is it because there was no flood, and so these farms, we never delivered this grain, so there was no flood, so this grain was never delivered, and because these guys didn't die in a flood, there's no cart pusher to push the new grain and straw out of these farms. Oh, I didn't realize that could be a problem. And well, there's all that grain. I suppose just accept it all for now. Jeez, we don't need this grain at all. And you guys are all gonna go back. You're just gonna accept that grain again and just dump it in there. So because I was tardy, has decided to reduce the quantity of gems. Okay, we're not trading any gems, that's fine. So now when these cart pushers get back to the farms, they should... No? Deliver more? These farms are at 100%. I don't know. Hopefully we actually get some This house here is going to devolve soon because it's going to run out of meat. But the other three, this one got a bit of a boost. Hopefully it'll last a year and we'll see how things go. All right, but besides that, we just got to boost our culture and get the second obelisk up, and then we will be able to win this mission. All right, we've got enough granite in the storage yards for a second obelisk here, and that looks weird, so I'm going to offset it just a little bit. Like, not with the gap like this. This looks good, right? I'm going to go for this. And it's going to provide a fantastic view for these palatial estates, which, by the way, the straw finally came in here. The harvest was a little weird. And also, we're a little short on people because I think our population is actually aging here. They're just about crossing 50. You can see that these people here are not working anymore. So we can now cut back on things. So we don't need all of this. We can cut back all of this. We don't need that granite anymore. And also, if we look at this, our culture is doing okay, kingdom's doing all right. Has it been? It's been 9 months. We'll be able to get a kingdom rating up easy enough. Just gotta focus on culture. Now, I wonder if this house is gonna make it, this palatial estate is gonna devolve because this, gotta wait for all this straw to finish here. Look at all of this extra grain, it's ridiculous. Anyway, besides that, the rest of the city seems to be running okay. Taxes look good as well. Administration, tax income. You can see here some houses pay double because there is actually a bit of a Walker glitch with the tax guy as well. This guy.
Seems like the nicer their houses, the more people grumble about paying their share.
Yes, so this guy, if he walks this way and goes down this pavilion and comes back this way, instead of walking around the block or returning to his tax office, he'll actually just despawn here. Let's see if it happens here. If he turns here, yeah, watch this. He's gonna turn here and he's gonna walk back this way and he'll just randomly despawn right here. Watch this. Now this is definitely not supposed to happen. There, he's gone. And then he respawns immediately. You're either supposed to keep walking until you reach your limit or you walk back this way. And you see, this happens quite a bit. Now, I would care, but I have 9,700 Deben in the bank, so I don't care. So, yeah. Meanwhile, we can, just to solve our employment issue, cut back on industry. It seems like everything's sort of doing fine anyway. We could actually cut back a bit on linen production or even wood production because money is now no longer an issue. Farmers are overjoyed, fantastic. We've cleared up all of this, we don't need the granite. And I've also prioritized things here. So military is the first one to go. And actually, let's go ahead and prioritize religion there. Military is the first thing to lose employment because military, I mean, look at this. We don't need 20 people here or 10 people here. These 30 people, not too important. This is not really much of a military mission. All these guys can lose some workers and not really affect things, so it's fine. So I'm not too concerned about that. Looks like we finally got some meat in this place, and you can see here, needs a third type of food. It didn't devolve too much, just one step. So once we get the third type of food back here, that will go back to a palatial estate. We got plenty of time waiting for this to evolve. Now, why aren't these evolving? Desirability. Let's go ahead and get these houses evolved. So we can bring in a few more people. And I think I could actually go ahead and squeeze in another bit of houses there. Just to bring in a few more people so that we can actually get our... we can squeeze in a bit here as well. Yep. So we can get our culture boosted up. Let's garden up all of that. We can plaza all of this. There we go. That should allow that house to evolve. So I'll bring in a few more people. I could actually just have a bit of a slums dump considering our prosperity is 100. But besides that, yeah, we'll just see if we can get some musicians going. I could probably just stick them over here, I think. Have sort of a... No, I'll have sort of a loop thing like this. Have this road do that, do this. So this is sort of a loop. Yeah. And then we can have firehouse, architect's post. And then we can have our, what do we need? Dancers, schools? Let's see. Jugglers are excellent. Musicians are average. Dancers are good. So we need more musicians and dancers, basically. So let's go ahead and squeeze in some bandstands, shall we? And we'll just do a bit of a culture dump back here. and conservatory goes right there. All right, I'll get some musicians in the school. And that's basically all we have to do until we win this mission, which is getting this constructed. All right, so we'll just keep on going, try to make sure things don't fall apart. Looks like we got that palatial estate back. Game meat came back in. We could definitely do with more straw, but we definitely could do with less grain. I don't know how to solve that problem. It's a weird problem to have. It's a bit tricky to balance. Oh well. All right, we have a final hurdle here, which if we look at our ratings, we've actually gotten things pretty high up. Kingdom rating is 63, we just need to wait a little bit and give another gift. Monument is just coming along and there's no burial provisions, but culture, look at this, there are too few zoos in the city. If possible, build zoos to improve this rating. And for culture, I've gotten, well, for entertainment anyway, I've got all of these to perfect and no zoos, unfortunately. Even for learning, I've got Scribal schools to perfect and library is below average. I do have one functioning library here without papyrus and it does count, but we do need a zoo. And I've never built a zoo before and it costs 2,600. We've got plenty of money. Our industry is sort of struggling to keep up maintaining the city, but it should be fine. But let's put down this zoo. There we go. This building needs game meat to function. I've expanded our hunting lodges over here, and there's plenty of game meat already sitting in the granary, so any new meat should come this way. And they need units of straw to get functioning as well. So people are afraid to a visit of a zoo without zookeepers until the zoo finds some employees, and they need 30. Okay. So let me get rid of this because I think libraries take 30 employees as well. Yeah, and we'll see if our culture rating drops at all. It's currently 70. Let's speed this up a little bit. And a functioning library there does count for 5. So I could probably actually win this mission. If I spammed libraries, it might actually help a lot. But I think if I get this zoo working, it's going to be fine. By the way, I did provide mortuary access to this area because that helps with culture as well. And to accommodate that, I needed to separate linen to a separate storage yard. So this one's papyrus, and also getting, this one's papyrus, this one's linen, this one's beer, just to make sure everything's nice and evenly distributed. So, okay, we now need, does that count as a functioning zoo? I don't know. It says perfect. I don't know if it needs to actually be functioning, but now it's asking for a library again. So I guess that library, I can just undo that nicely enough. Let's let that register. So that's back up to 70. I'm not sure if the culture rating will jump up when I get that done. I mean, when this starts functioning, I'm not sure if the culture rating will jump up. If it doesn't, well, we will see. And I guess I can always spam more libraries because that's sort of the last thing besides all of this is perfect. This is perfect, that's below average. So the only thing left is library, but we're short by 65 people, which is not so great. But thinking about it, we have 100 prosperity. So I might as well just set up a little bit of an housing area on this side, just to bring people in. And make sure industries don't fall apart, right? I can do this. And if I really want to, I can actually feed them using this farmland, but let's just go ahead and bring in a bunch of people so we can keep our industries going. All right, so things seem to be going well. I do want to see this zoo working. It would have been nice if the zoo was attached to the palatial estates or something like that. It's interesting how they don't need a zoo to get there, though I do know zoos are part of the Cleopatra expansion. Game meat is in there, fantastic. So now we just need straw, which will come in the next harvest. And hopefully, you can see I added another grain farm there, which I forgot to put down. Hopefully we do actually get enough straw coming over this way. I reduced the number of cattle ranches a bit. And hopefully we can win before some of these palatial estates run out of actual cattle meat. Look at that. There's 100 there. There's 1,000 here. That's unfair. If only they could share. But I guess if they could share, they wouldn't be palatial estates. Anyway, we're getting very close to the end here. You can see this carpenter is building up this scaffold, and we'll be able to get that going soon. And yeah, all right, it's looking good. Here's an interesting problem. So just now the culture said, well, it dropped to saying there weren't enough places of worship. So I'm just going to put a bunch of temples over on this side. As you can see, people are moving in now. And it now says not enough houses have access to a mortuary, which means I do have to get linen over to this side. That's a little unfortunate because that makes things a little tricky. I guess I could remove that. We do have a stable enough supply, so we've got to get rid of that tree. We can put a storage yard right here once these guys get out of the way. And you are going to be set to getting linen. And we are going to up our exports to 2,400 to make sure we actually have enough linen hanging around. Are these all still functioning? They are. There's enough linen to produce another 4 there. Okay, so we're gonna get mortuary access up to this side, which is a little annoying. Just trying to get this working is so difficult. Mortuaries, yeah, physicians, dentists are excellent. I wonder if I put down more physicians and apothecaries and dentists. Does this actually count to more culture? I hope it does. Let's see. We'll get these working. Okay. 143 short. That's not so good. Physicians, dentists, care for 4,700, 4,600. Let's see. Physicians, dentists. If I just get dentists up, let's say I put down a couple more dentists here. Get those functioning. 4,721. Oh, that's just providing care for. To get perfect, I think we have to get... yeah, we actually have to provide access to. It's not just the number we have, which is sort of strange how culture works differently. But we still don't have straw in. Maybe we do just have to wait for straw to come in. Is there actually... Oh, papyrus is being delivered here. Let's just get rid of these for now. We'll let the libraries drop. And we'll wait for the zoo to start working to really see if that affects our culture at all. And we will just keep bringing in more people here just to keep things going. All right, we had a stroke of luck here after a bit of unluckiness here. You can see these palatial estates, they needed a third type of food and this cattle meat was just not holding up. So I decided to bring some fish in by setting this storage yard here where I alternate getting fish from this area. And you can see I put down more fishing wharves here, getting fish from there to bring it over here. And once we stock up on enough fish, I set it to accepting. I set the storage yard to accepting and I put it into the granary. And just so happens that I was lucky enough for the fish to go into the palatial estates, which ran out of cattle meat. This one, cattle meat is doing fine. This one, cattle meat is doing okay. The functioning zoo did not change our culture rating at all. So now it's just asking for libraries. So I guess we could go ahead and spam some libraries here. Where can I fit more libraries? I'm just going to put a library there. And we could put libraries here, actually. Put 3 libraries down there. Now this is going to set a lot of our employment down to really bad situations. I actually don't want the library there because there's actually papyrus access there. More straws coming in for cattle meat, which is good. Now, employees needed, for sure, I understand that. So that's another 4 functioning libraries. Not enough houses have access to a dentist. Let me just check. Health, dentist. Where does not have access to dentists? Let's go ahead and provide some dentist access there. Okay, I know we need more workers. Surprisingly, not as many as I thought we needed, 19. All right, so that's gonna start providing dentist access. Let's just watch this dentist walk around the block. All right, come on. Health, dentist. There we go. So there's dentist access. Now, how's our culture doing? 80. Too few musicians, really. Musicians are what you need now. Okay, let's make some room here. We can get... Actually, the musicians might actually be a problem with... Perfect, excellent, very good, excellent. Musicians and dancers. If I actually do this... Put a pavilion down. We could get an extra dancer in as well. So let's go ahead and put down a dance school. Where can I put this? There. I will move that, and I'll need a musician conservatory. Oh, that's a little annoying. Let's just get rid of these temples first. I'll put down the dance school right here. The conservatory will go right here. And I will replace those temples, which was to Osiris and Ptah. Okay, let's wait for the musicians and dancers to get in. Okay, what's our culture rating now? Again, too few libraries. Okay, we need a ton of libraries. You know who could do with a library? You guys. No? Maybe you guys? How can I make this work? This is so silly. Let's clear off that road back there. Yeah, all of this get out of the way. We will move the firehouse. You go there. And the library can go... Oh, we can actually just fit it right there. Okay, let's get that library going. Come on. Messing with this culture. There we go, 85 culture. The libraries do not need papyrus. And, of course, let's slow things down before anything messes up. Let's have a last look at our palatial estates. Here are two obelisks, nice and completed next to each other, slightly offset to make things look very, very good. And the last rating that we need is kingdom. Send a gift. A Lebanese cedar ship. Dispatch a lavish gift. Check our ratings. There we go. Now, as soon as I press this button, victory! There we go, we finally did it. Getting those palatial estates to, it was actually not too difficult. Maintaining the palatial estates was more important. Now look at our money, completely shrunk towards the end there. Apparently it does actually cost papyrus to put down the libraries. I didn't actually know that. I just thought my papyrus was being sold off. But anyway, there we go, victory. Let's go ahead and proceed.
The gleaming city of Bubastis does credit to you, most capable Pharaoh, and to all Egypt.
Yes, the famous victory messages, which are like a single sentence after playing for hours and hours and hours. It does certainly make it feel worth it, doesn't it? Anyway, that is the end of Bubastis, and it is the end of that particular dynasty, which I think it's the Middle Kingdom. I've forgotten which dynasty I'm in, but that's the end of Bubastis. Very little military on that mission. We just completely overbuilt military. You could see towards the end I destroyed the academy and recruiter and all of that. We didn't need those troops. Well, rather, we didn't need any new troops. But yeah, it was tricky. The 85 culture, we got the zoo down. It didn't count for too much, but that's the first time we've seen a zoo. But yeah, I'm happy with that city. Anyway, that's going to be it for now. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Gamezak, and that was Bubastis in Pharaoh. And I'll see you in the next video.